The time has finally come, ladies and gentlemen, where I bring to you the review for Persona 5. After receiving so many messages from people asking me to play Persona, I knew that I was in for a very long journey. And so, I quickly looked up how long it would take for me to beat Persona, and I saw 125 hours. Let me just play some Elden Ring instead. Persona is a turn-based Jrpg that was developed by a company called Atlus, and is actually a spin-off from their main series, Shin Megami Tensei. But because of their major success, the Persona games had gained a lot more popularity than its predecessor, with Persona 5 being the most popular out of the bunch. With its popularity came a bunch of merchandise. I'm talking shirts, mugs, musicals, mangas, you name it. Yes, no, God no. The anime was terrible, okay? You're better off playing the game than watching that garbage. Oh yeah, I guess that's why you're here, huh? Do it. Now, to avoid any confusion early on in this video, I ended up playing Persona 5 Royal for my review. What's the difference? Well, Royal is pretty much a remastered version of 5, with the addition of 2 new characters, a 3rd semester with a brand new palace, along with a crap ton more improvements to the original gameplay. And I originally played Persona 5 way back then, but I never actually beat the game. And meanwhile, I would talk to my friends as if I already did, like,
I just don't understand what you mean by saying that the greatest game in history isn't your kind of game. You see, this game mixes slice of life with innovative.
I guess that meme about Persona 5 fans was true in my case. Persona 5 is a game about a group of teenagers who've essentially come together as a team to change the hearts of those who become corrupt within the society they live in. You take the role of a student in high school and band together with your friends, calling yourself the Phantom Thieves. You being codenamed Joker.
Oh my gosh, it's the guy from Smash Bros. He's so cool.
Pretty much the only reason the main protagonist is there was because he was falsely accused of assaulting someone that was important in the political world. So, he was sent away to live in an attic of a coffee shop and attend school in that area. And damn! Y'all having my MC live like this? Oh nah. There's gotta be some asbestos in that room. After that, you pretty much try to live your life as an ordinary teenager. Ordinary my ass. First day of school, and I end up in a palace with a blonde boy and a marketable plushie. When entering palaces, your main objective is to find the treasure that the ruler holds dear to them. In order to enter said palaces, you need to use the MetaNav, which is an app installed into one's phone. It's pretty much a GPS that transports you from the real world into the world of the person's true desire, and the goal is to steal the treasure to cause a change in cognition, or a change of heart. The game pretty much created a pattern where you find a target, enter their palace, locate the treasure, fight the ruler, and change their heart. A similar feat can be said about mementos, which is where instead of being in the area of a single person, you are now in the area of everyone, where they all have an inner desire. As you're in an area, you have to fight your way through enemies that are shadows. The way you fight these enemies is honestly a lot of fun, and you are given a lot of ways to combat them. Whether it's through using your gun that can serve as a quick and easy way to eliminate enemies, or using your wielded weapon to deal damage as well. You can also use a persona as a way to deal the most damage as you fight. You and your team are each given unique personas that allow you to fight off shadows and can also be used to take advantage of enemies' weaknesses. Whenever an enemy is downed, you can also get the chance to do an all-out attack, where you and your teammates do one giant attack to eliminate your opponent, with a sick pose at the end.
Oh my gosh, it really is like Smash Bros.
Get out. Or, you can also negotiate with the shadows to either give you money, an item, or even join your collection of personas. And with each palace, the developers had no reason to pop off as well as they did. Even though each palace had the same goal in mind, the way the palaces were designed was executed perfectly. Through the scenery of the areas you were in, the platforms you go through, the puzzles that needed to be solved, or even the important aspect of it all, the different styles of music being introduced. Persona has always been a game series where if I were to put on a soundtrack from any of their games, it was an instant vibe all around. And the fact that they were able to have the styles of jazz, soul, and even rock music all included into this game made it 10 times better. I don't know about you guys, but whenever I entered a battle and heard the last surprise, it made me just wanna dance. Outside of the gameplay from Mementos and Palaces, Persona 5 had brought back a feature that started way back in Persona 3, which was the social link system where you interact with characters from the game. Once you create a bond with characters of your choice, they become confidants, and as you rank up, you're able to gain different skills that help benefit you within the battles you partake in. And this game is long enough, so you already know a big chunk of it was because of the dialogues from each confidant you talk to. The game does an excellent job giving you reasons for caring for the characters you create bonds with, and for some, you can even take things to the next level. That's right, you can be in relationships in this game. So for all my fellas that are feeling a bit lonely, don't worry, this game's got you covered. Now, did I end up in a relationship? Come on guys, who do you take me for? Of course, we stand Makoto and Takemi on this side. I don't know, man, there's something about Takemi that reminds me of something from the past. Hey, don't knock me for my two choices. Some of you guys romanticize the teacher in this game, and meanwhile, every time I see her, I'm just like,
whoa, hey, get this cougar away from me, Steve.
Get out of here.
Get this cougar
closer to me, Steve. But the game really does make you feel like you've made some true friendships, and with the amount of characters you can interact with, I can guarantee so many people who've played this have had a different way of approaching them. You can even invite people to different locations of the game to change the scenery and deepen bonds with them. Whether it's going out to eat ramen noodles, watching a movie, or even visiting a hot spring, the options are nearly endless. With Royal, you can even invite your teammates to play pool or even darts. Which, with darts, it's actually an interactive game where you can partner up with someone to play with. It took me a while to get the mechanics down, but after the second game, it was nothing but bullseyes. Besides making connections with other people, you can also spend time doing activities by yourself, which can help boost your social attributes. Depending on the specific attributes you do, the more points you get to go towards that specific rank. Want to be smarter and gain more knowledge? Read some books and study. You want to be more kind? Keep your plants healthy. Want to have more guts and courage? Eat a burger. I don't know. The game decided that. But have you seen the size of the burgers? Jeez. Keep in mind, you are a high school student, so of course you have to attend school while occasionally answering questions from your teachers and even taking exams. I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all. I just looked up the answers, okay? I didn't have time to think through the answers and I just wanted to impress the class. Hey, don't blame me. The school is judgmental as hell. Hey, wait a second, isn't that just like real life? Outside of trying to have a normal life, you can also visit the Velvet Room, which is an area where you can fuse different personas that you've collected from Palaces and Mementos. Depending on the type of persona you've acquired, it will determine the final result of your fusion. And this game had a lot of unique looking personas. Some looked really cool, while others looked...
What do you mean by that?
Yeah. But who am I kidding? I ended up using the DLC anyway. The story for Persona 5 was easily one of my favorites, with themes surrounded by true justice and resisting power structures within society. The way Alice introduced each member of the Phantom Thieves really showed how each one of them was affected by those who have abused their power for personal gain. They managed to band together to form a team to fight back for those in need of a helping hand. Every dialogue and hangout session you would have with other people really felt as if you were creating true bonds with people in real life, along with a reason wanting to be a part of the Phantom Thieves. I love the different cutscenes the game had for us, and seeing how each character awakened their personas through ripping off their masks, super satisfying. Also, super painful. I think one issue I had with Persona 5 was the main antagonist of the game and how they were dealt with in the end. However, with Royal, they added another school semester with an antagonist that honestly was probably one of the best written characters to come out of Persona 5. And as much as I want to dive deep and talk about it, I'm gonna need y'all to try out the game for yourselves to experience it. Let's just say the antagonist had me questioning whether or not I wanted to side with them, like Thanos from Infinity War. Persona 5 Royal is easily one of the best games I've played in a very long time, and has definitely earned a spot in my top 5 favorites. Because of the gameplay, music, and story, this is something I'd highly recommend for anyone to play and experience the world for themselves. I mean, just wait until you see how smooth the menus and movements feel as you play the game. Oh, and to make things even better, there's even a beach episode.
Shut up and take my money.
So, should you pick up the game and try it for yourself? Most definitely. And if you've already played Persona 5, what are your thoughts on the game? Leave a comment down below. Also, what other games do you guys want to see me review? Let me know. With that being said, make sure you leave a like, comment, share with your friends, and of course, subscribe to the channel. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm about to play Persona 5 again.